that you can probably integrate without substitution, but we're trying to practice substitution, so let's do that, okay? If I wanted to integrate this, what would I make my u if I told you you had to use substitution?
3x plus 4.
On homework, if there's a problem where you can do it without substitution, you are welcome to. I'm not going to require it, but for our class examples, I'm going to try to use it. So du, what is the derivative of 3x plus 4?
3 dx.
So you notice in the problem, I need the 3x plus 4. I need the dx. I do not need my 3. So what do we do?
1/3 du.
Do we need our sign?
That's part of the.
Oh, you just wait.
Oh.
So we have the integral. We kept the sign, so we didn't replace that with anything. The 3x plus 4 became a u. dx is getting replaced with 1/3 du. So I'm going to put the 1/3 in front of my sign and my du at the end. Then, what is the antiderivative of sine?
Negative.
No, it's wait, yeah.
Ratio.
Sure.
Let's see. Yep. So because the derivative of sine is cosine, the antiderivative is negative.
Yay! Sorry, I never get that right. Carson was gonna tell me I was wrong.
No, I said
Can you
you
hear him? Plus C.
Alright. And then
Negative 1/3 cosine 3x plus 4. What if I'm actually just allergic to spray? What are we doing back on the computer?
we took the bus now, so I think
We're taking a bus and a vehicle. I think.
Oh, so
We will be back before 5:30. I just totally forgot. Unless I put on my calendar, I forgot where we were going.
alright,
oh,
on this one, what would you pick for your u?
x squared.
And what is du?
2x dx.
If I look at my problem, I have to replace anything related to an x. So when I look at this, I can replace my x squared. The x and the dx are part of my du. I need a 3, not a 2. So what would I do with my 2?
3 halves.
Yes, you could also think of it that way if you're multiplying the 3. But. So when I substitute here, the x and the dx are going to get replaced with 1/2 du. So basically you have a 3 times a half, or 3 halves. We have the d. Cosine, instead of x squared, we have u. Okay, what is the antiderivative of cosine?
Sine.
Let's see, and then my final answer,
3 times sine x squared plus c.
why don't you guys take a minute and try the next one on your own?
Plus 2.
And du?
1/4 du.
Okay, so first, when you do the du,
Yeah.
it's 4x cubed dx. We need the x cubed and the dx. We don't have a use for the 4, so we divide it over. So 1/4 du will replace the x cubed and the dx together. So when we integrate, we have the cosine of u, and the x cubed dx together gets replaced with the 1/4 du. So antiderivative of cosine, 1/4 would just stay, plus c, so at the end, instead of u, we put
I was one of those sneezes, so I thought I was gonna fly out of my seat.
That's not very cool, you.
what?
I just can't. Secant is secant squared tangent.
No, secant is
Tangent
secant
squared?
tangent.
Okay. Yeah, I don't,
Alright.
I don't know.
So,
I just got my sines and cosine.
hmm,
I mean.
yeah.
Pencil sharpener, really.
You know, a lot of times we take the thing with the power, right? But if I pick my u to just be secant, will that help me? So keep in mind, this is like, when you see secant cubed, that means secant of x cubed.
No, that one.
Oh, do we take out tangent?
Well, what's the derivative of tangent?
Secant squared.
Secant squared, but I need a secant cubed, so that wouldn't help me. What is the derivative of secant?
Secant tangent. Wow.
Okay. We have it. Do you guys see it?
The du to the third.
So we need secant x, oops, I don't know why I put the d right there in the middle of that. Secant x tangent x dx. That part is my d. If I put one of those secants over there, how many are left here?
1. 2, sorry, 2. I wasn't looking.
So,
Square your u.
it's u
U
squared
squared d.
du. I couldn't make it u cubed because I needed one of those secants to go with my du. So we had to think on that one, be a little more creative. Okay, what's the antiderivative of u squared?
1/3 u third.
Plus c. And u is
Secant squared.
secant.
I mean, that's what I looked at, but I did not read it right.
So it'd be 1/3 secant cubed x plus c.
That makes no sense.
That makes so much sense.
What makes
Just that the tangent, like, the answer was the tangent disappeared and you threw a 1/3 out.
Well,
believe
the
you.
tangent didn't disappear, it was part of the d. It happens when you do the chain rule.
Okay.
So, you know, if you were going to do this derivative, the 3 comes down, inside stays the same, subtract 1.
Oh, and then it becomes just another secant multiplied with it. So,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you guys, well, no, let's do the next one together.
We can do it. How do we-
I'm gonna make my u 3x minus 1, I think.
No, I'm gonna do my own thing. Wait, can you just?
Okay. What do you think u should be?
3x minus 1.
I agree with that.
Yay!
Because it's being raised to a 5th power. I don't want a du to the 5th. Okay, du always has to be by itself. So what is du?
3x.
Okay, so let's look. The 3x minus 1 would replace my u. My dx, okay, I don't need that 3, so that's 1/3, but did that take care of everything?
No, we have an x.
So
We
do
have
we
an x.
multiply an x to both sides?
We can't include it over on the du part. We can't change that. So what we currently have in the integral, we have to replace x with something, but we haven't decided what yet. We have a u to the 5th, and then we have a 1/3 du. Agreed? Look at our u. Could you solve for x?
Yeah, x is 1/3. mean x is 3. No, it's 1/3. It's Yeah.
X is u plus 1 over 3.
oh, the u is part of it. Got it. I was
Okay.
just trying putting the u as 0 and was going from there.
Okay, initially that doesn't look like it's helped me a whole lot, but it actually has, because I can multiply this out. Okay, if I distribute this, I get q plus 1 over 9 times u to the 5th. Can I just pull out a 1/9? Then u to the 5th times u is u to the 6th plus u to the 5th du. So I couldn't do it before because the inside was more than one term. The reason the substitution made it nicer is now I just had a single term to the 5th power. So we were able to multiply it out without writing 3x minus 1 5 times and distributing. Alright, so hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? Alright, you too.
What's the antiderivative of u to the 6th?
1/7 u to the 7th.
What's the antiderivative of u to the 5th?
1/6 u to the 6th.
Okay, so we can distribute that, we get 1 over 63. What is u though?
3x minus 1.
Plus 1/6 times 29 is 1 over 54. U, 3x minus 1 to the 6th. Plus c. There is no way we would have ever figured out that antiderivative without substitution.
Well,
Now, Carson would have got that. Let him cook.
let me walk in.
Let him cook.
Give him like 1 minute.
It's like he needs like the chalkboards they have like hidden figures in those movies that like spans like three yards from there to there.
What?
3 yards is not right. Like 30 yards. Like huge.
3
Just-
yards is small.
Thank you, I know.
Questions on that one? Okay, I am going to stop here, and I want you guys to try problems. So I think you are ready to do every other option.